The news continues now with stories from our area of specialization, women and children. After the main transmission of our news, we rebroadcast on our YouTube page, Clearview TV. Do you operate a women or children's NGO? Are you at the helm of affairs of a government establishment or a corporate organization involved in the affairs of women and children? Then you are our partners in progress. We have a mission to better the lot of our women and children. Join us to celebrate womanhood and work assiduously to better the lot of the Nigerian child. This is our mission.
As Nigerian economy continues to bite harder with inflation making nonsense of incomes and savings, some women have decided to be resolute towards changing the narrative by contributing their quota to assist the home front. In this report, Clearview TV's Emefon Okon take a look at the life and strength of a female Bolt Uber driver, Chinelo Mbanusi, who operates in Abuja, the nation's capital.
This is Chinelo Mbanusi, a mother of two who graduated in 2017 from the Department of Library and Information Science, Federal Polytechnic Oko in Anambra State. Chinelo exudes confidence on the wheels, proud of her profession as a transporter. Rather than staying idle and blaming the government of the day for lack of jobs and depending on her husband for survival, she picked up Bolt driving last year December out of passion to support her family. She speaks on her inspiration to go into Bolt driving.
Sometimes trying to go to Barnes and I requested a ride and it was a woman. So then some of my friends have been telling me that instead of me keeping my car at home, is it not better I come out? And so I was like, how can a woman be doing both? So all these things. So when I now meet the lady, so she was like, I asked her how far I have gone and told me everything. As I reach house, I now made up my mind as I meet my husband and told him that think instead of this car being here and every morning I'm sitting at home because I've been applying so many federal government works and I'm yet to get any. So I was like, since I'm still waiting for God's appointed time for the work, that is better that I start from somewhere because you don't know where you meet your destiny helper tomorrow. I decided myself to start it, at least to use it and be assisting sometimes, maybe something finish at home, not depending on your husband to do everything.
Chinelo, the library and information scientist, now a professional Uber driver, also speaks on some of the challenges she experienced, especially as a female transporter.
First, so many challenges is mostly stories coming from the women. Some of them, like say 40% of them doesn't encourage you with their attitude, the way they talk to you, the way they do things, and that is life for you, that you are not going to get it 100%. But at least the good recommendation I'm getting from people, from my clients, encourage me the most.
Chinelo advises other housewives to come out of their comfort zones and never to leave responsibilities at home to their husbands alone.
As a matter of fact, the way the country is and the economics rising up, going down, you alone leaving it for your husband all alone to do, it is not easy for them. That is why mostly these days there is hypertension, there is this, there is that. But I think when you take a bold step and come out to assist the man, at least I think that the man will be very, very proud of you, because all the time you ask for Pampers money, you ask for tea money, you ask for Milo money, it brings your value down.
It may interest you to know that female Uber Bolt drivers are now making waves in and around Abuja, the nation's capital. They are proud of their profession and always willing to share their story to further encourage fellow women. Emefon Okon, reporting for Clearview Television.
Following the case of organ harvesting by the former Deputy Senate President, Ike Ekweremadu, Ms. Sonia Ekweremadu, daughter of Ike Ekweremadu, has on Monday begged members of the public to donate kidney to her. The young woman, whose parents are currently facing charges of organ harvesting in the United Kingdom, made the plea on her Instagram page. In the statement, Sonia noted that she had to drop out of university after being diagnosed of a rare kidney disease, FSGS nephrotic syndrome. The 25-year-old is a graduate of Media and Communications in the University of Coventry, who dropped out of her postgraduate studies at the University of Newcastle in 2019 after she was diagnosed with the kidney disease. Sonia said the charges being faced by her parents in London are directly connected to her illness, which she has been suffering from since the last 3 years. She appealed to anybody whom it may please to assist her willingly with a kidney donation, as comprehensive medical examination had shown that her case of nephrotic syndrome is a genetic illness, with doctors advising against donation from any of her family members, as it would likely reoccur. She further stated that under the laws of England and Wales, organ donation must be purely driven by compassion, and therefore no reward is involved. Committing and dedicating herself to helping people with the challenge of kidney disease upon her full recovery. Governorship candidate of the African Democratic Congress ADC in Lagos State, Funsho Doherty, says though the state is seen as one of the largest economies in Africa, more still needed to be done to take the state to its desired heights, as the state has what it takes to be the largest economy globally. Doherty disclosed this while unveiling the party's deputy governorship candidate, Rosemary Giwa Amu, to the admiration of residents of Lagos.
Ahead of the 2023 governorship election, ADC governorship candidate in Lagos State Funsho Doherty has unveiled Barrister Rosemary Giwa Amu as his running mate. Mrs. Rosemary Amu is a former Lagos State magistrate who until her latest appointment was ADC's deputy chairman and has been described as a superwoman and an embodiment of virtue and all the party stands for. Over the years, Barrister Rosemary has been seen as a woman of integrity in the display of equity and justice in the practice of leadership. In her acceptance speech, Rosemary Giwa Amu promised to join the party in its service and drive to move the state forward.
This very important call to service is therefore a great opportunity for me to contribute to turning things around. In this, I'm aligning very closely with the commitment and determination of my principal, Mr. Funsho Doherty, a man with Lagos deeply etched in his very DNA.
On his part, the ADC governorship candidate, Barrister Funsho Doherty, called on the people of Lagos State to get their voters' card ready for the election set to hold on the 2nd of March 2023.
We're bringing a new vision for Lagos. We're birthing a new thing. We want a Lagos that works for all. When it came time to make a choice of a deputy governor candidate, we looked around. One of the things that was very clear to us is that the candidate that we go for must embody these things that I've talked about.
Clearview TV congratulates her on her latest appointment and wishes her well for the task ahead.
The Independent Corrupt Practices and Other Related Offences Commission, ICPC, in partnership with other relevant stakeholders, this Tuesday organized a one-day seminar on sexual harassment in Nigeria's educational institutions, as Clearview TV's Gloria Atana reports. The seminar is aimed at reviewing policies on sexual harassment in a bid to find lasting solutions to the menace.
Claims of sexual harassment have become a regular feature in Nigeria's educational institutions. The practice is high in Nigeria, with female students mostly at the receiving end. Sexual harassment has grown to become a major public crisis that significantly hinders development of education, as it hinders both male and female from realizing their full potentials. The continuous high incidences of sexual crimes in Nigeria, especially in secondary and tertiary institutions, has led to calls for law reforms, policy initiatives, and discussions geared towards addressing the problem. This one-day seminar, organized by the Independent Corrupt Practices and Other Related Offences Commission in partnership with Gender Mobile Initiative, a civil society organization, and other relevant stakeholders, presents yet another opportunity to address the problem. Speaking at the event with the theme, National Stakeholders Engagement and Presentation of Model Policies on Sexual Harassment in Nigeria. The ICPC chairman, Professor Bolaji Owasonye, said the seminar will provide stakeholders the opportunity to brainstorm and review draft policies on sexual harassment, as well as map out strategies to ensure their implementation across institutions in Nigeria.
Our engagement today is to brainstorm and review the draft documents which ICPC and Gender Mobile have prepared in the hope that they would eventually be adopted as templates for educational institutions desirous of drafting individual organizational sexual harassment policies.
The Minister of Education, Adamu, in his remarks, pledged the ministry's commitment to providing a safe space of learning for Nigerians, free from all forms of gender-based violence.
The Ministry of Education will forward the template as model to each government and state Ministry of Education for wider circulation. We affirm that we are going to distribute the template to all the connected and concerned regulatory agencies.
Speaking on the anti-sexual harassment model policy, the Executive Director, Gender Mobile Initiative, said the policy is expected to provide educational institutions with mechanisms that will address issues of sexual harassment across tertiary institutions.
As civil society organization, we are adopting an ecosystem approach where every critical stakeholder is addressing different aspects of the problem, and while we then try to galvanize that ecosystem so that we can have like a community of practice.
The event also featured general discussions and breakout sessions on the anti-sexual harassment policies for education institutions in Nigeria. Gloria Atta reporting for Clearview Television.
Remember to like us on Facebook, Clearview Television. Follow us on Twitter at Clearview TV. Follow us on Instagram at ClearviewTV_MG. And also remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel, Clearview TV. I am Florence Joshua. Thank you for watching.